Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, the 13th of May, and happy Mindset Mastery Monday. G'day, Kate. Saw you this morning with your text out there in the freezing cold, all rugged up, doing your 4th week of consistent walking. Nice one. Good morning, Rod Fitzgerald, with your love heart eyes. Optimal Wellness. Hello, beautiful team at Optimal Wellness. So first of all, happy Mother's Day. If you are a mum or you've got, furry animals that you're a mum to, or you spent time with your mum, happy Mother's Day to you. I had a very casual one. My whole family were working, so I just chilled out at home, had a very relaxing day, which was quite nice. So hi, Erin, great to have you here. So this is Mindset Mastery Monday. Hi to our please let me know, lots of love, heart, rainbows, or how nice, and a prayer. Thank you. Please let me know if you're watching this live or if you're watching the pre-record. Not pre-record, if you're watching the recording of this, so I know when it connects with you. Now, this is Open Mic Monday. This is where it's all over to you. Absolutely live peak performance coaching, free for you to just produce a breakthrough, get a bit of an insight, disassociate from what your reality is. Hey, Chris, great to have you here. I'm here to answer any question, concern, issue, challenge, or problem that you're dealing with, both professionally or personally. Now, why would I do that? Well, I want you to be happy and live a deeply fulfilling life. And as a peak performance specialist, I am NLP trained and a trainer and a master practitioner. So I've just got some really good tools up here to help you live a great life and live a life that you love. So we are 7 weeks out of completing this financial year and starting a new one. Now is a really, really, really good time to start thinking about the next 12 months for you and your business or your life. Hey, Mark the 4th. I love the sound of that, Mark the 4th. So if you have a question, issue, challenge, or concern that you're currently dealing with and you want some help with, good morning, beautiful Paula, I'd love you to write it in the comments, right? Just literally write it in the comments here on Instagram or write it in the comments on Facebook, and I will answer them. I'm going to start with a couple that I've already received this morning, but I will get to every single one. And remember, I know many of you maybe don't have the resources, the disposable income to have a one-on-one coach. And as I've said before, I don't want that to be the reason why you don't produce breakthroughs for yourself and your life. And so that's why I show up and do this every Monday. So think about your question and let me answer it. Doesn't matter what it relates to. I'll give you my best. Thanks, Mark. My best A to your Q. Now, Wayne Carroll, you've joined as well. Thanks. Welcome to Open Mic Monday. First of all, how are you all? Type in where you are listening or tuning in from if you're not driving. Where are you? Which state in Australia? Which country globally? First question. Pardon me. My first question is, how do I keep people accountable? How do I keep my people accountable? This is a really common one that I see as a peak performance coach, specifically when I'm talking with principals. But how do I keep my people accountable? Here's what we know. Most people don't like being held accountable. They just don't like it. Morning walk in WA. Mark's in Melbourne and Wayne's and his morning walk in WA. Well, I feel very privileged to be amongst the birds, the trees, and you. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Mark, for tuning in. So most people don't like being held accountable and they resist it unless they're really kind of high performance mindset people. And it's all, I believe, in the way you approach it. On a ferry in Sydney Harbour and I'm freezing. Oh, go, Rod. Well, I hope this conversation warms you up. Please remember, this is Open Mic Monday. Start typing in your questions. I love it when I get some questions. It could be about anything. Just go for it. You can ask me about anything if you don't have a question for yourself. So most people don't like to be held accountable, and I think it's all about how you set it up. So if you are a leader or if you even have a PA, and you're finding that your person isn't doing what you've asked or what they've agreed to do, often, and if there is some resistance, often it's because they feel like the environment's more big brother than the price is right. What do I mean by that? If people feel like they're being held accountable because you don't you know, you want to micromanage them, which people hate, by the way, or they'll feel like you don't trust them. They will resist it. They won't be open to it, and they'll avoid it, and they'll have lots of reasons and excuses. If, however, they feel that the accountability games that you're setting up with them is to really keep them on track to produce the results that they've said they want to produce for themselves, and that's the next piece. Do you know why your people rock up every day? Do you know why you rock up every day? Do you know what's at stake? Do you know what they want to achieve? And do you know why it matters to them? And if your people, even if it's one person, if they feel like the fulfillment of their future exists in the marrow of your bones, I've said that before, then they'll be more open to being held accountable. So context is everything. If they feel you're holding them account for them to fulfill on their dreams, and you're supporting them, and you're their coach, and you're with them, they'll be more open. Hey, Holly. Hello, gorgeous. Feeding the baby this morning. Oh, hello, Holly and Bubblicious. Please, if you can text one-handed, ask me a question, hun. Pardon me. So if your people feel like you really care about them and you're helping them, they'll be more open to it. And then, of course, you just want to have some simple daily or weekly accountability tools, a very simple way for them to report on what they say they need to do when. And then when you sit down together to ask people, you know, how you're going and are you on track, you're looking for two things. It really comes down to this: reasons or results. Hey, Chris, if you're still on Facebook, my friend, can you let me know what the reception is like? And as I said, if you're listening live, type in live. If you're listening to the record later on, type in the record. So you're listening for reasons or results. And here's the thing: if you do lead, whether it's one person or many, if they have reasons why they aren't producing the results, it's typically a resource: time, money, energy, the CRM system, whatever it is. Your job as their accountability buddy is to encourage them to be more resourceful with the resources they have. So a great question to ask would be, well, how could you be more resourceful with the time that you have? How could you be more resourceful with the money that you do have? Because whenever we blame the resource as to why we're not performing, we make the resource more powerful than our resourcefulness to resolve it. Does that make sense? Let me know yes or no if that makes sense. So that's just a quick tip on that one. Who's going to ask the first question on Instagram and on Facebook? Remember, it doesn't matter what it is. What are you dealing with? What are you struggling with? What do you want an opinion on? I'm not necessarily saying it's the right opinion, but it's a different opinion. They give you a different perspective. One other question that I got this morning, so I've got 4 here, but I'm keen to get some live ones. As a new coach, I feel I am working super hard, yet my diary isn't as full as I would like. Any guidance on this would be amazing. Okay, so Holly, let's just clarify. Are you saying you're working really hard, but you're not actually, you don't actually have sessions booked in your diary with clients? Is that what this is asking? Just type in yes. That's my interpretation of it. So as a new coach, I'm working super hard, yet my diary isn't as full as I would like it to be. That's what I thought. Okay. Hey, Holly, fist bump to you, honey. Facebook, I'm keen to get who's going to type in their first question. Thanks, Holly, for being first cab off the question rank on Instagram. Okay. So good on you for being a new time coach, first of all. I guess there's a couple of things. You're working really hard, so look at what are you doing? What's the stuff that you're doing that you're working hard on? And B, how are you letting people know that you are there to solve their problems? And are you a coach in a specific niche? So I'm a coach in real estate, and my specific niche in real estate is leadership and mindset. I don't do real estate coaching, although I kind of do in a way, but I don't advertise it. That's what I do. My expertise is leadership and mindset mastery. So Holly, the first thing to get traction is, if you're a coach, what kind of coach are you? Who is your audience? Is it niched? What problem do they have? And how can you let them know you're here? So there's the first questions I would ask. And then the next question I would ask is, can you create some strategic alliances? A book that I encourage all of you to get, which is, you can get for free online. This is a ripper book, Key Person of Influence. It unpacks the 5 Ps of being a key person of influence. Holly, you really want to get this for yourself. I need to know a bit more about your business before I can give you some solid coaching. But do you have a niche? Who is your client? What problems are you solving? And how are you letting people know you're available? And what can you give before you get? So what can you give as, you know, a 10-minute consultation or 30-minute free consultation to get some interest, to get some engagement, and you know, to support you in letting people know you're there. So let me know a little bit more. And if you're watching this, if you are in real estate, this is a ripper. If you are in your own business, again, it's a ripper. By Daniel Priestley, part of the Entourage, an amazing book unpacking the 5 Ps of being a key person of influence. Hey, Tara Walters and Samantha Emily, this is Open Mic Monday. Welcome. This is where you write in your cues and I provide my best A's as a peak performance coach to help you have a breakthrough in any area of life that's really important to you. Holly, let me know if it helps. Also, whilst you're feeding the baby, if you can provide a bit more information, that would be amazing. Did it provide something? Let me know. Okay. Okay, here's one. I'm nervous to do videos, yet I know I should. Who else is nervous to do videos in your business yet you know you should? Just type in a yes. You know you should do videos in your business, but you're too nervous to. Who have we got here? Erin. What was that book called again? Thanks for asking, Erin. It's Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley. Part of the Entourage, who specify in entrepreneurial training here in Australia. They do a really great entrepreneurial year-long program. That's a ripper book. It just breaks down the 5 Ps of being a key person of influence. And it's a ripper. If you want to get traction in your business, like Holly was asking, you know, I'm really busy, but I don't have enough appointments. Well, then you really want to work through this. It's a workbook. You work through it. Amazing. On to Key Person of Influence on Google, and I think you can get free copies. So I highly recommend it. So this question from this morning, I'm nervous to do videos, yet I know I should. Okay, so Tara, did you write yes, as in you're nervous to do videos, but you know you should? Is that you? Did you get that, Erin? By the way, Key Person of Influence, Daniel Priestley. Brendan Saraf, g'day, Brendan. Great to have you here this morning. So, I'm nervous to do videos, but I know I should. Well, why should we, first of all? 87% of viewing that happens online is going towards video. So if you have a message, if you have information you want to share it via video. It's more engaging and it's an amazing way to create trust because people connect with you, and people buy people, not products. So if you're nervous to do video, I get it. Look, I'm live right now on Facebook and Instagram. So if something happens, if or often my staffy will open the door and come in and she's wriggling around on the floor, or the kids, this timing is when they go to school and they wave and they're trying to ask me a question and I'm trying to be present with you. This stuff happens, right, live? However, you get my intention is here for you. Oh, Samantha, I'm going to come to your question next. Okay, great, Erin, thank you. Why do you reckon we are scared to do video? First of all, type in on Instagram or Facebook, why do you reckon we are scared to go on video? What is your reason for being scared to go on video? I really want to know. And let me read Samantha's question. I would like to start my Monday morning team meeting with something positive and motivating. Do you have a link? Do you have a link of podcasts that I could play? Yes. Wow, there's so much content. You know, here's a couple that I would recommend, Samantha. Mel Robbins, the #1 female peak performance coach on the planet right now. She gets content out there every day. You know, of course, there's the Tony Robbins content as well. If you're looking more for social media reach, then you've got obviously Gary Vee. It's not, what is it? It's not real. It's just out of our comfort zone. It's not, what is it? It's not real. It's just out of our comfort zone. I'll come. Thanks, Brendan. I think that's what, it's not fear. Is it, that's what you mean? Brendan, if you can let me know. So Sam, yeah, Mindset my podcast, Lewis Howes, Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, Hal Elrod, who's got the Miracle Morning. I would get your whole team reading the Miracle Morning book. There is this one here. It's a ripper book, and you could do it as a team. This will absolutely elevate your state and have you produce. There's even a real estate version as well. I would absolutely get onto that, and there's some videos. There's really great little burst videos. Gold Coast, which is on Facebook. But Sam, here's what I would invite you to do, and this is what I invite my principals to do. Make it interactive. Set an assignment for your team to find 3 inspirational videos or TED Talks, which will mean they're no more than 18 minutes, and they have to send it to someone in your team, and they curate all the content. And then, hey Simon, good morning, thanks for jumping in on Facebook. And then you just pick some, some ones, and they can share. Well, I wanted to show Dr. Brené Brown's gift of the power of vulnerability TED Talk, and this is my reason. Or I share next how great leaders inspire action, and this is my reason. So Sam, get your team to share with you 3, and then you get this amazing mix of content. You can sort of understand the psychology of your people and what inspires them. Does that make sense? Of course, sorry, what was the real estate version? Morning Miracle for real estate agents. If you just go on to the miraclemorning.com, you'll be able to buy the real estate book or the Miracle Morning book. I'm a huge advocate for this. SAVERS, which is an acronym, SAVERS, that Hal Elrod distilled by studying the most successful people on the planet. He's put it down to a basic practice that you can do every morning, whether it be 6 minutes or 60 minutes, and this will blow your productivity through the water. It'll elevate your state. It'll energize you and your people. It is unbelievable. Oh, you're so welcome, Sam. I'm sorry I'm calling you Sam. I haven't asked permission to do that. I'll say Samantha, but I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I think you can get bulk orders for maybe 30. So I don't know how big your team is, but this is gold, like absolute gold. This is the way to start your day, especially in real estate, because you got to get your headspace right. Okay, so where was I? That was really helpful. You're welcome. Live. Okay, live and videos is about being judged, and I just have to get out of my comfort zone. Now, Kate Ashton, Real Estate Kate, 100 gazillion%. The reason we are afraid to do videos, whether they be live like this, which is super vulnerable because anything can go wrong, or just record a video on your phone and upload it, which you have been smashing, my friend, it is because we're afraid to be judged. We're afraid to be judged because we don't want to be rejected, because what we desire as human beings is validation and connection. So anything that's going to make us look bad, be embarrassed, make a fool of ourselves, we don't want to do it because we don't want to lose connection. But here's the irony. People actually don't want polished and perfect because it's unattainable. People love real. That's why reality TV is like just a completely huge and crazy genre in broadcasting, because people are interested in what's real. And remember, people buy people, not products. So they buy you. So if you are afraid to shoot video, I just want you to get upfront. It is because you and I are afraid to be judged by others. Now, that will always get in the way. So my invitation is just acknowledge it. Yeah, I'm nervous because I don't want to be judged by others. I got it. That's what's there for me. Second, shift your focus from yourself and make sure that the content that you do on video is of value to your client, to the audience that you have or you want to build, to the people that you serve. What is it that you can offer? So if you're in real estate, like Kate is now doing, market updates, she's now asking for stock. She's now giving information on what's happening in her area and surrounding areas. And it's not polished and perfect, but it's real, raw, authentic, approachable, attainable, and she's doing it consistently. Remember, vendors and buyers want 2 things, according to CoreLogic RP Data's research. They want trust and they want transparency. How can you establish trust and transparency? Go on video, go on there consistently, and show up and serve. And it takes practice. There are 5 steps to confidence. Good morning, Joanne Morris. Be the messenger, not the message. Great advice, Tanja. Yeah, and listen, on that quote, You don't believe the message unless you believe the messenger. So it's not really so much what you say. It's where you're coming from. It's your energy. It's your intent. Like, my intention is just to answer your questions this morning and give you some value, whether there's 1 or 100 of you here. And I just trust that the questions that pop up will be perfect for whoever is on, and that's it. And I'm not trying to get it right. I'm just sharing my perspective of things that I've learned that I know that work. Make sense? So if you're scared to do video, it's because you're human and you're afraid to be judged. You've got to step over that and choose to be of service to the clients that you're providing content to. When you shift your focus off yourself and how do I look and how do I sound and how's my hair and do I need a filter, and you actually just start talking to them and talking from your heart and adding value and giving content and being available, you'll just get more comfortable. There are 5 steps to confidence. No one's confident shooting live videos, let alone pre-record videos, if you haven't done it before. You've got to walk through all the steps. And the first step is unconscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know. The next step, the second step, is conscious incompetence. This is where many people are. I'm consciously incompetent at shooting a live or pre-record video. I'm uncomfortable with it, but I need to make a decision to act and do some now. Do you remember that feeling, Kate, when you started? Then you get into conscious competence. You're practicing, you're doing the videos, you're getting it out there. They're not perfect. They might have a spelling error. You might stuff up. Guess what? It's more endearing. People love you when you're real. Practice, 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 build the competency. You move in to unconscious competence where you're not even thinking about the content. You're just speaking from the heart. You're just trusting what's coming through and sharing yourself to add value. And then you step into mastery. This is a deep confidence where you could teach how to shoot a video, connect with your audience, right? So don't expect to be confident. It's something you haven't practiced yet. But here's the question. Are you willing to practice? Are you willing to put yourself out there? Are you willing to be judged? And you will be. But guess what? It's not about that. It's about, are you willing to stand for being a key person of influence in your community and adding value by keeping them updated with market information on what's happening in your community announcements about events that's going on in your neighborhood? Are you willing to stand up and step out and speak and be seen? And I promise you, you do that consistently, you do that day after day, you'll start to build some amazing momentum and some amazing trust and transparency with your community. It's definitely what I've experienced too. Hey, Brooklyn, Wayne, a good start with your video is to do a quick video after your home open to a vendor which they appreciate. Oh, Wayne, amen, absolutely. What are the kinds of videos you can do? Well, like Wayne's saying, if you're at an open for inspection, is that what you mean? Good start with a video is to do a quick video after your home open to a vendor. Yes. Hey, Brooklyn. So you've had your open for inspection and you're even getting in the car because you probably got back-to-back ones. And as Wayne is saying, you just go, hey, Tandra and Lincoln, Wayne here. Or, hey, Wayne, Tandra here. Just wanted to give you a heads up. We had 14 groups through, a really great response. We had 2 Section 32s taken, a lot of inquiry. We're going to follow up with all the buyers this afternoon and some more follow-ups on Monday. Just wanted to give you a heads up, but I'll call you later today to have a deeper discussion. It's just simple. And here's what actually happens. Clients that of mine and people that I'm doing training with that are doing little videos like Wayne is suggesting, guess what starts to happen? And this is where the magic occurs. Good morning, Stephen Bailey, Bailey Real Estate. Happy Monday to you in South Australia. Guess what starts to happen? Vendors start doing video responses back. It's beautiful. Why is that beautiful? Because again, CoreLogic RP data shows that from the moment a vendor signs an authority to when they sell their house, their confidence in their agent of choice drops by 47%, meaning we're really good at seducing the agent to get the vendor to get the business, but we miss those critical times of emotional and engagement and keep that service level high. We overpromise and underdeliver, or we're off chasing the next listing. And Wayne, your idea is superb. Just a little video update. Another great one is a video of all the shoes at the front of the house, and just go, check this out. I'm going to go in and connect with everyone, but I'll catch you later. Do you know what I mean? Kate is starting to do market updates, just informing her community every Monday how many properties are on the market, what activity happened over the weekend, and end it with a community announcement. What's a community announcement? Go on to your local shire or local city council website. They'll have an events page. There's a whole calendar of activity that's happening in your community, and there you go. You're just sharing a community announcement that there's going to be a big exhibition at the school or a school fair or whatever it is. Does that make sense? Content is critical. Thanks, Wayne. Well said. You waved. Oh yeah, I waved. Hey, Win with Frank. Oh, that's such a ripper name. Win with Frank. So you're scared to be judged. Welcome to being human. Get your focus on your audience. How can you add value in a way that's meaningful to them? Don't worry about polished and perfect. People want real and raw. It's way more engaging. Do it consistently and make it meaningful and even fun. Don't try to be somebody else. Replicate the strategies of successful people, but don't try to be that person. Just be you, okay? Because different strokes for different folks. There's going to be people that'll love you, people that'll hate you, and people in between, and it has nothing to do with you. It's all to do with their flavor. I'm not everybody's flavor either. It's okay, right? We just serve those that show up and we can serve. Make sense? So if you're nervous to do videos, then I encourage you to do it, and just don't be too hard on yourself. Build the competency, practice, and then keep going. All right, how are we going for time? I think I'll stop there unless I get one more question live on Insta, because I've been going for 25 minutes. Or just two more. I'll just do one more that I had this morning. Your personal life will affect. Okay, there's a number of people that I know are having issues in their personal life, with their marriage, with their health, with their relationships, with their kids, and they're not dealing with it. And I promise you, if you're not dealing with the stuff that's going on for you personally, whether it's your finances, your relationship, your parents, your partners, your kids, your health, your wealth, as I said, it will be affecting you professionally. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So take a look today at the spokes in the wheel of your life and look at how can you restore integrity to the areas of your life that really matter to you. Meaning, if there's things that are incomplete, if there's conversations to be had, if there are actions to take, don't put them off anymore. Get back in your power, because you're a hologram. What's going on in your personal life, that way of being will affect your professional life. Does that make sense? So I'm going to end it there. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks again, Wayne, for your comments. Samantha, I've given you some, just a handful, but I really encourage you to ask your team to bring in 3 inspiring videos, and then you'll get to curate some great content from the whole collective team in your business and learn something new. So I look forward to seeing you. Thanks for joining, by the way. I look forward to seeing you for Rapid Fire Friday, this Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I reflect on all my one-on-one coaching for the week, share the key themes and some rapid fire tips and insights that hopefully will be of service to you. Remember, we also do offer complimentary discovery sessions. So if you want a free half-an-hour peak performance coaching to handle anything privately that you don't want to deal with live on social media, it's valued at $250. DM me or write a comment and let's book you in. They get booked out every single week, and you know, you're crazy not to, because it's complimentary. Okay, so have yourself a beautiful week. I hope that was of service to you. And in the words of Maya Angelou, remember, people will forget what you said. They'll forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Go make yourself and others feel amazing today, because you're really worth it. Take care. Much love. Thanks for tuning in. We'll say goodbye to our friends on Instagram. And to you on Facebook, type in live if you watched it live, or the record, type in record. Much love. Mwah. Have a beautiful week.